Hey yo, it's your boy Ancient Albatross here again with the usual suspects from the Cypher Unlimited crew. We have our dear friend Steven, Mr. Spigs, Anthony, and we also have Mr. Alpha Dean here for another installment of GM Roulette. Dean?
Okay, everybody, GM Roulette. We did this once before, so if you ever want to check it out, the first installment, feel free to look us up on Cypher Unlimited. But I'm going to go over a brief overview of all the rules real quick. GM Roulette, to put it very simply, is an exercise in improvisational gaming. Each GM gets a 30-minute time limit, actually with the first and last GM getting 35 minutes, just because setting up and closing out the game takes a little bit more effort. So we're giving them a few extra minutes to work those things out. We randomly chose characters earlier by rolling the D20. Each of us have made a character for each genre, and we just roll a D10 versus that, and that's how we get our characters. And then we're going to randomly determine what genre we're going to be playing, and if there are going to be any power shifts or anything of that nature, and we're going to move it forward from there. So I hope everybody enjoys this next installment. And just so you go, once again, check the old video. We were in the land of candy in a fairy tale world. It was pretty awesome. So hopefully this will be just as good. Maybe something more serious this time, though.
Hey guys, just like last time, everybody's gonna roll a d20 now. Whoever goes high, whoever gets the lowest roll gets to go first, and then we follow that order from the person that follows to the person after in ascending order. Correct?
Yes.
Correct.
So lowest to highest.
Yes. All right. So can I get a d20 roll from everybody?
Oof. I rolled a 9.
I rolled a 19.
I got a 3 again.
You're going first again.
No, Steven can have a 1.
What'd you roll, Steven?
I rolled a 7.
Oh, so I'm third this time.
Why does I never get to play my character? Yeah, this is like okay. All right.
Did you love this character as much as last time?
No, last time I really loved my character, but this character is hella cool too, though. But last time I really wanted to play my character. But I know I'm not playing him, but I still want to say my sentence. So I was a learned adept who works the system, and he was called Hacker Man. But now I can't play him.
Rip.
Rolling those threes.
And
all right, so now I roll a d10, I guess, to say the genre.
Yep. And after that we'll say our character sentences.
Well, actually, he's got to roll that and how many power shifts.
Yes.
I got a 2 on the 10.
Superhero.
Yes! I call it again. I wanted supers again. Or I wanted supers this time.
He did.
Awesome.
I think Al is, influencing the dice.
All right, so
the probability.
How I'm rolling for the power shifts, right?
Correct.
All right.
He influences it from like 3,000 miles away.
I got a 18.
2 power shifts each.
Makes sense for supers.
Real quick, everybody, just so you know, you do have 16 XP to use as you see fit. We're going to take these next 2-3 minutes to update our character sheets, put our power shifts in, and be ready to do this.
All right. Before we even get started, could everybody tell me their character's name and their sentence, please?
I'll go first.
Yes.
My character's name is Mac. We'll call him Crazy Rider. That's his super's name. Mm-hmm. And he is an insolent explorer who drives like a maniac.
What kind of vehicle is he?
Let's say he drives a motorcycle with a sidecar.
Okay.
Steven?
All right. I am playing Moira Bennett, a relentless adept who is licensed to carry.
You know what's funny? Steven, right before we started recording, said, if we get supers, what am I
I'm going to go with what we're talking about. I'm just gonna flat up say that I'm putting some points into might. I'm upping my effort, and I'm gonna be like Jessica Jones.
Oh, okay. All right.
Nice.
And what's your super's name?
Oh, go on. Jessica doesn't really have a name she likes to go by, so I'm going to stick with Moira Bennett.
All right, Moira Bennett. Okay. You like the modern day rappers.
I don't wear a cape, man. Yourself.
My character's name is Ken with a Q.
All right.
Is a vengeful scout who fuses flesh with steel. And my superhero name is going to be Steel Wolf.
Steel Wolf. Okay.
I dig it. And just for the record, I will be doing the same thing with my EXP. I'm going to use 4 for the pools, 4 for the edge, and 4 for the effort, and have 4 for re-rolling and, story stuff.
Okay.
And I'll probably might as well do the same thing.
We would say because it's supers that you could waste 4 XP for an ability if you want.
That would be, yeah.
You heard that, Al?
Yeah. So we'll say right now, I'm throw right off the bat. I'm using my extra 4 EXP to give my character the ability to summon and desummon his vehicle at will. So it's like a ghost vehicle or something like that.
Oh, nice.
You said it was 2 power shifts?
Yes.
Yep, awesome stuff we got going so far. I'm very excited to get this started. I actually really love my character. Thank you, Anthony, for making this guy. Drives like a maniac is one of my favorite focus in the whole cyber system.
All right, I think I'm gonna go a little different this route. You guys are all minus superheroes for a villain. So you're super villains.
So we're like lackeys, henchmen?
Yes, or villains in training.
Okay.
I dig it. Interesting.
Let's take this a little bit a different route.
I'm excited to see what we got going on here.
And your main your work for a villain, because every good villain needs an MD, is Dr. Destroyer.
Dr. Destroyer. What's his MD in?
Champions. Is it that same Dr. Destroyer?
What happened?
Is it the same Dr. Destroyer from Champions?
I think that's where I probably subliminally got the name from. Because I did play Champions for a little bit. All right. You all know each other.
Makes sense.
We're villains, so do we like each other?
Mm-hmm. You don't necessarily have to be villains in the game. It's just this is where the game is starting at. I just thought it'd be cool since we're improvising to start from that angle.
I dig it.
Works for me.
Just let us know when you're ready to start, and Steven can start that timer for you.
Just so you guys know, I'm going to use all 16 points, and I'm going to tier 2 it. I'm going to be a tier 2 character.
Tier 2? Go for it.
So you get the extra ability for tier 2 as well.
Yeah, I'm putting that down now.
Does anybody else want to tier 2 it?
Nope, I already used all my EXP for that ghost vehicle.
Okay.
One moment, I just want to check out a tier 2 ability real quick.
Yeah, don't worry. Do your thing while I try to figure out this.
And just to tell you guys what I chose for my power shifts, I chose single attacks, and how I'm gonna flavor that. I use both of them for single attacks, and I'm gonna flavor that as I'm running at someone, I summon my vehicle at the last second and hit them with it, and then desummon it after I hit them or whatever have you.
Mm-hmm. And since you're like a motorcycle guy, let's say you have at least one armor from the motorcycle suit.
Makes sense.
And I would say the same thing applies to Moira. You'll have at least one armor point.
Well, the way she was designed, she already had one armor.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I've got ward, so that kind of works.
Ward and a ballistic coat.
You know, we're gonna ignore the ballistic coat. I'm a super. I'm just more resilient.
Mm-hmm.
You have thicker skin.
I've got a very thick skin. So I'm gonna say, you know what? I'm gonna tier her up too, to make her a little bit more super. The skill that I'm taking is going to be smashing and breaking things.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm like the lowest tier lackey. I look up to you guys for inspiration. You guys are more experienced than me. I'm the loose cannon guy.
So your bike is like, it just is like whatever it is, you throw it out and then it just appears, right?
It's spectral. I could basically summon it at will.
Yep, and it has a sidecar to carry someone?
Yes.
Okay.
If that is acceptable.
Yes. See, easier for me. I think I'm ready.
Oh,
Just let me know when you guys are ready.
just
I'm good to
one.
go.
Okay.
Okay, I'm ready.
The three of you find yourselves in the sewers of New York City. West 4th Street.
I set an alarm for 11:35 p.m.
And then all of a sudden you hear an alarm set.
Sorry about that.
You find yourselves in the sewers of New York City as you're standing next to a female wearing all black, like a black ski mask, a full black jumpsuit. And she stops as you hear the drip of water in the backdrop and the sound of rats running, skittering across the floor. You hear her go, I think this is it. The doctor said it's right above us. This should be the Chase Bank. And then you hear on your headset, have you reached the location?
Affirmative, doctor. Do we know the lady's name that's with us?
All you know, she's called Maggot. She has the ability to shrink.
You said maggot?
Yes.
All right. I say I'm not too sure where we are, but maggot says we're here.
I think it's pronounced Margot.
Make it quick. Don't forget, safe 2. I want the contents in safe 2.
Roger, roger. Shh.
So what you see directly, you see it's with concrete ceiling. So you guys obviously have to figure out some sort of way to either bust through the ceiling. And it's about, since it's a sewer tunnel, it's about maybe 10 feet high from where you're standing. What you call it, Maggot looks over to Moira and goes, well, if you get me in there, I can open the safe from the inside. We can't disappoint the doctor again like last time. You remember last time, don't you? As she puts her head down and starts to shake. Last time there was a major fuck up.
Fudge up.
There was a major fudge up last time. And Q, you had something to do with this fudge up. What was the fudge up that why the doctor is pissed with your guys?
Basically, it's probably because my ability to interface with machines, I messed up. It didn't work right, and we were exposed. Everything was supposed to be really undercover, but there's like, unfortunately, instead of the camera loop, showing nobody ever being there, got screwed up. So they have like really bad, grainy, shadowy images of us, and somebody's been basically, kind of been hounding our tracks now because they don't know it was actually us, but they got an idea.
All right, I have so I would give you a GM intrusion, a flashback GM intrusion. Who are you gonna give the other XP to?
I'll give it to my maniac driver.
All right, not only did they have images of your guy's face, but you actually slipped up and sent NYPD Dr. Destroyer's actual name.
Oh God.
And his social security number and his Netflix password.
Okay.
That's the only thing he was mad about was a Netflix password.
Because the name and social security number mean nothing.
So what are you guys doing? You're currently underneath the Chase Bank on West 4th Street and 8th Avenue in the sewer system. We're told to reach safe number 2.
I look over to Bennett. I say, Bennett, how powerful them beams you got going right now? You think you can blast your way up through there?
I think I could punch my way through.
However, all I know is when we're ready to go, I'm ready to take us out.
How does Bennett look? Bennett's a female, correct?
Yeah.
How does she look?
Bennett's got a so she's got a more of because of the being with the driver. I'm guessing I sit in your sidecar that you have on your motorcycle. So I'm dressed in a leather motorcycle outfit, and right now, for covering up my face, I am wearing a motorcycle helmet. It's got the visor is tinted in such a way that it shows like skull eyes, right there. With some really good what is it? Some really good paint job, kind of have a flames kind of go into the back of the helmet right there. A leather jacket over that. So, and some of those cut off finger gloves. How far away are these beams? Can I reach these things?
What to scale up onto the top? It's 10 feet high above you.
Oh, I'm gonna need a boost here.
Look over. Yeah.
Is there a support beam that would take these down?
Oh yeah, give me a intellect roll to see if you could figure out the best way to bring. You want to bring down the like just it's a concrete ceiling with piping running across.
Okay. So I'm going to see about, grabbing some of the piping that maybe is connected to this, so I can just pull it all apart.
All right.
Smashing and breaking things ability. I am eased twice in that, and I'm trained.
So you want to physically rip it off the piping?
Yep.
Okay.
Like pulling wrapping paper off a present.
Yeah.
Somebody's giving you a boost to do it?
Yeah, as soon as
20.
Well, as soon as he says that he wants, as soon as Moira says she wants to do that, I already know this is our, I'm usually like the more of the helper guy. I'm like the getaway wheels, and I help the guys achieve their goals. So as soon as she says I need to reach that, you see me like hunker down on all fours and like get my back ready for her to like leap off me if she needs to, or whatever have you. But yeah, I get on hands and knees and.
All right, you got a natural 20?
I got a natural 20.
Okay, you jump up and you grab the first pipe, and you guys seen Moira's strength before. As soon as she grabbed the pipe, it basically was like, a hot knife on butter. It literally just fell apart. And once she jumped down, she ripped the whole line, maybe about like 6 or 7 feet of it, pulling. You hear the snapping as this pipe is breaking, and chips of the concrete ceiling it starts to fall down. Also, when he grabbed the pipe, there was a grate there, and the grate also came down, and it clanged on the floor and made a loud noise. And but now there's an open hole where this grate used to be, and you could also add something to the.
Yeah. So my major effect, I'd like to help us out here, is I pulled it down in such a way that it forms a really easy ladder for us to climb.
Absolutely.
In order to get up through this hole and into the place where the safes are.
Mm-hmm. When the grate, that absolutely happens when the grate slams onto the floor of the sewer system. Maggot immediately shrinks, and she's like, "Damn, your guys are noisy!" And you see her like jump to the side as this grate almost hit her.
And yeah, you see, what is it? Crazy Rider do the same thing. He's used to the devastation that Bennett can cause. So as soon as she leaps off his back, he like basically jumps out of the way and forward, so he doesn't get hit with the debris.
Could I actually take my character's all about speed and agility and so forth.
Mm-hmm.
And I took my power shifts and I took one in dexterity and the other one was in power for my attack with my arm gun. So could I just since it's silent, it's flechette, so it doesn't make noise like a regular gun. There's no bang. It's more like. Can I just shred the grate so it doesn't clang on the ground?
Oh, absolutely. So you trying to shoot it while it's falling, then, right?
Yeah. When they all start springing out of the way, you see.
All right. So give me a roll for that.
17.
Oh yeah, you absolutely. As it was falling, how did it look when you?
Basically, you see these guys start to spring out of the way, and he just. Does this, a kind of a leap up, almost covering the full 10 feet because he's very agile and fast, and he shoots the grate. You just see these blue flashes, from his arm gun, and it just kind of turns it to dust.
So then you get the spray of the aluminum dust. It's like raining, this cascading down.
You gotta think of others when they do that stuff, man.
What is everybody
Crazy
doing?
Rider.
I'm turning to Maggot and just say, "Look, it's a party."
She goes, "You guys, let's just get the job done. I don't even know why the doctor put me with y'all. You're the B team. No, you're not even the B team. You're like the G team." As she starts climbing up, her small little self is climbing up the piping that now is sort of like a pseudo ladder.
I just leap up through the hole and land quietly and stealthily.
So give me a stealth roll, please.
I take up the rear when we're going up there. Wait for Bennett to But as we're walking up or climbing up, I whisper, "G is for great, man."
I have power shift and all things dexterity related. So that's eased once, and then I'm going to go ahead and use my effort. So that'll ease it twice, and I roll a 9.
Okay, you climb
So
up.
that would actually be a 15.
Yes, you climb up, and as soon as you stick your head up, you hear snoring sounds, and you see. You actually, your head showed up where we're going to say that it's like a regular bank office where the safes are far end of this hall, and you see what looks like tables where you have tellers usually talking with customers if they want bank loads and stuff like that. And your head pops up in between two desks, and you see on one of the desks, there's what looks like an older gentleman, a security guard wearing a blue, rent-a-cop uniform with his hat covering his face and his feet kicked up on the computer of one of the desks, and you hear the snoring sounds. But give me a perception roll as well.
15.
You see on the corner of your eye when you stick up your head what looks like the shadow walking across where the safe areas is, all the way in the back end of this bank, what looks like some sort of German shepherd, a dog. Like you saw the tail and the shadow as it curved the corner behind the wall.
I come back down and look at it.
Also, all the lights are off. You just see the emergency light. You know, it's pretty dim in there as well.
You didn't say, Recon didn't say anything about a rent-a-cop or a canine unit here. What's up with that, maggot?
That's what you're here for. Just get me to the safe. You act like this is your first job. Or maybe it is, because... just get me to the safe.
I'm just going to yell kind of hushed up this thing, because I don't think we followed him behind yet. You're like, so, is there anybody up there? Is the coast clear?
No, it's not. There's a sleeping guard.
How did he sleep through this? Check his hearing aid.
So, I guess I'm coming out of the hole first.
Mm-hmm.
And
as you climbing up, Maggot is on your shoulder.
okay.
You know, she's like 1 inch high. She looks like a G.I. Joe doll at this point on your shoulder.
So is she sitting on my metallic shoulder or my human shoulder?
Your human shoulder.
Okay. All right. So
I whisper up to Bennett. Bennett, what's the holdup?
I don't know. He said the coast isn't clear.
That means we have to make it clear. And I'm like urging her to
I just take
go
out
forward.
this gun, cock it, and I'm going to try and scramble up there quietly now.
All right. So, what you call it? Dean, did you go all the way up, or you just?
I'm all the way up.
And
I'm
where?
looking for the dog since he's
So you go. So you trying to sprint towards the safe area where you saw the image of the dog?
yeah.
All right. And what is Moira doing?
Moira's crawling up there to.
All right. So give me a stealth check as well, Moira.
All right, and I'll put in a speed effort.
Mm-hmm.
3.
All right. So as soon as you get up, you put your, like you manage to like lift your body forward. You put your hands up to climb, from the sewer up, and there was one of those leather chairs from one of the tellers, and you knocked it over, and you hear, what's going on? And you turn around, and now you face to face with this older guard. He's pushing his hat back. And he's like, what's going on? And he's reaching for his pistol. Can I have an initiative roll for everybody?
I'm still in the hole.
Yep.
But I guess I'll wait for my turn of initiative to see what I do.
This guard is initiative 2, so everybody let me know who goes before.
14.
I got 9. So
Okay.
before him.
And Dean, you ran towards the safe area, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So what? Did everybody get higher than a 6?
Yes,
Yeah.
I think.
Yep. So what are you guys acting before this, and then we'll do Dean's scene.
I'll let those guys decide because, like I said, I usually bring up the rear, figure out how to clean up a situation, or
So
set up further.
Moira, you could go first, I believe.
All right. I'm going to shoot his gun out of his hand.
Okay. Absolutely can do that.
And 12.
And what is you have an asset in you train?
I just have Pooh Bear, my Magnum that I carry around.
All right, so he goes to lift the gun. And how's it look when you shoot it off his hand?
Anyway, so yeah, I shoot out of his hand and it spins it hits the floor, hits the leg of the desk right next to him, and I look him in the eye and I say, "Old man, I would go back to sleep if I were you."
All right, the gun triggers, but I have a GM intrusion for you.
All right. Bring it on.
Who you giving the XP to?
I'm going to give it to I'm going to give it to the getaway driver coming up behind me here.
So Dean, when you turn around the corner, you hear the gunshot, and then you smack into what you thought was one dog, but it's two German Shepherds, and the gunshot made them draw their attention to you, and they start to growl. And we'll do the initiative order with you. But your GM intrusion was to get you no longer have a jump on the dogs. But we'll get back to you, Steven. You hear, you shoot him in the hand, he drops the gun, and he go, oh, man, easy guy. They don't pay me enough for this. And he puts his hat back down, and he tries to lean back and act like he's sleeping. Whatever you want, man. And he leans down on the chair. He said, just be aware that this is probably triggering the alarm. You have about 15 minutes, but you didn't hear that from me. And now he's sitting there acting like he's sleeping.
He's like, wait, you triggered the alarm? I'm just holding my gun on him still.
No.
I'm looking to see if there's a button that he pressed.
Right. Give me an intellect roll.
All right. And I'll put some effort into this.
Mm-hmm.
13.
All right. When you scan the what you call it, bank, you notice that there were sensors on the corner of all the, on every corner that triggers off a sound and light.
Oh.
So when the gunshot went off, it, sparked the light, which would trigger the sensor that the alarm will go off.
All right, whoops.
So he tells you that you have 15 minutes, but he's you hear the fake snoring noises, like 15 minutes. What is Al doing?
All right, so hearing all the commotion going on up there, Mac obviously knows shit is going down already. So he leaps out of his position in the hole to land on the floor of the bank. What you guys see is a guy dressed in all black. Basically, he was wearing a black turtleneck, a black leather duster. Almost looks like a cape. When he jumps up and lands, you see bellowing out behind him. He's wearing black khakis, black combat boots or whatever, and he's over his face. He's wearing a bandana, just covering the top half of his face with the eye holes cut out. So you see his top half of his face is obscured, but then you see a regular nose and mouth or whatever have you. He's not concealing that part. And he lands, and he's like, "We don't have time for this!" And he starts running towards where Quinn is, not really knowing what's going on over there. But essentially, what Mac wants to do is, I don't know how big the bank area is, but I want to activate the run and turn on my bike and try to crash into a wall or something, the safe. I don't know where the safes are, but basically just causing mayhem right now.
All right, so okay, just to give you perspective of what it is. Your guys on the left hand side, just picture that there was 3 or 4 cubicles where people go to apply for loans or open up accounts, and that's on the left hand side of the bank. On the right hand side of the bank is the plexiglass teller wall where people line up and deposit money or take out money, and behind that where Quinn turned the corner is where the safes are.
So basically,
you absolutely can do that.
Yeah, I want to crash into either a safe door or the wall to the safe, whichever.
Right, yeah.
Is accessible.
You wouldn't be able to see the safe door because you have to turn a corner.
Yeah.
What Quinn just he ran around the corner.
All right, so essentially,
but you could slam into that whole area.
Yeah. Do we have a schematics of the or a blueprint of the layout of what I know to turn the corner there that the safe is there?
I don't know how well prepared your guys were.
All right, we'll say no, and I'm just gonna.
I could say for 1 XP, you could have a full layout of the bank.
No. I'm gonna say that even if we had the map, Mac wouldn't have looked at it anyway. Yeah. So he jumps up, and he turns on his bike, and he sees Quinn over there. I don't know if he sees the dogs yet, but essentially he's gonna just drive towards Quinn and crash into the nearest wall or whatever have you to cause a more destruction. Or maybe if I don't know if I see the dogs or not, but I would try to definitely slam into a dog if I see them.
At the position you in now, you wouldn't see Quinn or the dogs. He turned a corner.
All right, yeah. So I just drive in that direction then.
Okay. So how does it look when you release your
So as soon as he jumps out of the sewer hole or whatever have you,
and you see a security guard acting like
he's asleep, and then so you see Crazy Rider like almost dive forward, like almost like Tron style, where like the bike appears like in his hands or whatever. But it's not like that kind of bike. But either way, that's just like he jumps up and like there's suddenly a bike underneath him. Like you see like a poof of black smoke, and then suddenly he's on a bike, and he's zooming towards the direction he thinks that he heard Quinn. And if he's quick enough, like I don't know if you want to make me have a roll for this. He's gonna turn his bike and aim at the safe doors or at the dogs, whichever would come first. Or if Quinn's in the way, Quinn too. Like I'm just driving.
Quinn will probably be in the way, but I'll give you that. Give me a speed roll, difficulty 4, and you'll be able to act on. You'll be able to fire on because once you turn that corner, you'll be able to see the safes, the dogs, and Quinn.
Got it. So
and Maggot on
Ken.
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 I'm sorry, Ken.
And
right? Yeah.
So since I'm driving my bike and I'm using speed action while on the bike, would my driving skill count towards this? All right.
Yep.
So it drops it down by 1, and I'm gonna use effort for that as well.
Mm-hmm.
Drop my speed by 1 because I got the 2 edge. I rolled a 13, so that's pretty decent.
Yeah. So you like turn the bike, skid around the corner, and then you immediately see that there's 2 German shepherds in front of Ken.
So does your bike make noise or is it quiet?
No, it makes noise.
Okay. Then because this is probably typical of Crazy Rider, I'm just gonna do a classic. One of the classic maneuver. The dogs are growling at me, probably getting ready to charge. When I hear his bike whizzing around, coming that way, I'm just gonna leap up and do the backflip so I can land right on the sidecar.
All right.
And I got my gun up, so I'm gonna just start firing on the dog.
All right. So what's your initiative roll? You rolled a 12.
Yeah.
All right.
It was a 12.
So we're gonna say because the dogs are a 4. We're gonna say that all this has happened simultaneously. So the dogs are attempting to attack. They both attempting to jump on you. While all this is happening, you hear Maggot go, "You guys are morons." And she attempts to jump over your shoulder, backflip over the dogs, and run towards the safe. So somebody give me a roll for Maggot.
You want to do it?
No, you go for it. You can go for it, dude.
I got a 19 for Maggot.
All right, so Maggot flipped off your shoulder. Since she's so tiny, ran on the dog's back as it was jumping towards you, and dove into the keyhole of the safe as she was jumping. And now when you turn that corner, you notice that it's 4 safes, and they numbered in Roman numerals on the top, and she flips into safe number 2 into the keyhole.
Pretty good.
All right, so you give me a roll, and it's going to be a difficulty 5 roll for you, Dean. And if you fail the roll, the dogs are going to hit you because this is all happening simultaneously.
All right. Well, I got 2. I've got 1 level of effort. My power shift. And then I'm going to go ahead and use both levels of effort from my speed.
Okay, so I'll knock it down to a difficulty 2 roll for you.
All right.
And he rolls a 1.
No, I rolled a 7.
Okay. All right. So you flipped over, landed in the car as the dogs, both of them dove over you as this. And then what are you doing? You running into the
dogs. I mean, whatever's in the way first. Like if the dogs are between us and the safe, I'm trying to ram the dogs.
Roll for the dog. The dogs are difficulty 5 roll, so you have to get higher than a 15. And driving would knock it down 1 for sure.
Got it. And I'm again going to apply effort for this.
Yes. So, and your driving is speed.
Yes. Yep.
Yeah.
So I'll drop my speed again by that 1 because I got the 2 edge.
Yep.
And yeah, so just dropped it down by 2. I rolled a 10.
All right. So you dropped it by 2?
Yeah.
All right. So you slam into the. We're gonna say that your bike will probably do 6 points of damage because it's probably heavy weapon. And you see both these dogs scatter, and you hear one, like you caught one with a better impact than the other one because, obviously in the angle that they were jumping, and you hear like the cracking of a rib as it, like they both scatter to the side, and you hear the moaning of this poor dog as the other one got hit, but he got hit by being slammed in. You hit one dog and the other dog slammed into the other one. While all this was happening simultaneously, Dean is flipping into your sidecar.
Can I take a shot since they're
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So since when he slams into the dogs and they go skittering, you see them blue flashes from the flechette gun.
Yeah, same thing as the 5, difficulty 5.
All right, so free level. Okay, so
you wasted your effort on the jump though. This is still the same action.
Right. So, but just I do have one level with the my power shift.
Yep. Okay.
So 14.
Okay. Yeah. So which one will you shoot at? The one that got hit on the impact, or the one that got hit by the other dog?
The one that got hit by the other dog.
Oh, so as it slammed in, also you let off a shot. How did it look?
You just see this blue flash, like I said, as he's flipping, and literally not even before he even hits the sidecar itself, he's taking the shot because he's all dexterous and funky looking, with the because it's like half his body is metallic,
And what's the damage on that?
It is going to be 7 points.
All right, so how did this poor dog cease to exist?
Like I said, he's doing the backflip. So when the other dog slams into him, he's like skittering to the side trying to get his footing, and he just gets peppered with these flechettes. They, because it's like a barrage of needles, glowing needles.
We're gonna cut back to what you call it, Bennett, and you're gonna hear, "Shh, man, your guys are the noisiest thieves I ever heard."
At least my gun doesn't make noise, but you sure hearing a motorcycle.
Yo, hurry up and leave, please.
Listen, well, what I'm doing is I hear all this noise and this racket, and I'm sure they've got it under control, but all I know is one thing is I do not like Maggot or Margot or whatever her name is. So I'm going to pull up a chair while he's pretending this, and I'm going to say, hey, I'm just going to be talking all civilly. I am, unlike Jessica Jones, I am trained in pleasant social interaction. So I just want to, talk it up, get friendly with this guy. Make it clear that, hey, we're friends, and just start a gossip train with him, all about Maggot. And I'm going to take out my cell phone, and I'm going to start showing him pictures that I can put onto his cell phone. Like, I got to show you pictures of her from the Halloween party that we had.
You see him, he has like his cap tip low, and he like tips it up. You sure you're supposed to be showing me this? He like tips it back down, and he's like scared.
Everyone's in everyone's in costume. I'm just going to show it to him. And maybe share this with all your friends. And I'm showing a picture I have of Margot at the Halloween party to him, where she is dressed as Captain Powerful. But she also has her costume on at the same time because we don't take off our costumes.
You see, he goes, "Oh, Captain Powerful. Oh, my daughter loves him."
I know.
And he goes,
the guy's a jerk. But anyway, Captain, look, she is dressed. She's got the. Let me show you another picture where And like she's got magazines and she's infatuated with him. I'm just so much so that she dressed up like him at the Halloween party. Look at this. And like he's got one of those fake rubber faces of like Captain Powerful that she's wearing, but you can see the rest of the maggot costume on her.
He goes, "You're a cool guy, so you've been really nice to me, and you're not gonna hurt me, right?"
No, not at all. As long as you can share this with all of your friends.
But why did you hesitate for a few seconds when I asked you if you were gonna hurt me? Because that kind of implies that you all planning to hurt me.
Because the only reason that I hesitated was I was aghast that you think that I would want to hurt you. I shot the gun out of your hand. I did not shoot you through the eye like I did the last person we met.
You see? Oh, yeah, that was right. But you do know there's no money in this bank, right?
What does this bank have?
We carry documents and information, mostly data pads for corporations. I don't know. They do the pickups. Everyone knows that bank pickups happen on Sunday evening, and the pickup was like 2 hours ago. Like I don't know why you would rob a bank that has no money.
Oh, that's 35.
So that was time.
All right. Let me do one last scene before we go forward.
As I'm shocked
I have a GM intrusion for you, Mac.
For me, the driver?
Yeah.
I'll take it. Definitely.
You're giving an XP too.
Giving it to Ken because he's my sidecar.
You're all here on the radio, on your headsets. Do you have it? Of course I have it.
Do we hear Maggot say that?
Okay. Leave those fools where they at. Did the alarm go off? Of course they did. They're idiots. As soon as they got in there, they were going to set the alarm off. Okay. I'll meet you at the rendezvous spot. Payback is A. And that's where we move on to the next person.
All right, then.
I believe that's me, right?
Yep, that's you. So now, Anthony, you're playing as Bennett.
All right, cool. Let me find Bennett's character. Where did you put the power shifts on?
All right, so Bennett has 2 strength power shifts.
Okay.
The smashing and breaking things ability.
Oh, nice.
Has 15 might now.
Okay.
2 effort.
All right.
And a might edge.
All right. Nice. And 2 effort, right?
Yep.
And you said the smashing. That's basically it gives you an asset on breaking stuff up, right?
Yes, sir.
All right.
I look over to Ken. I said, "You hear that, Ish?"
Yeah, I heard it. And payback is a main thing. Let's go find these. As a matter of fact, can I?
Hold on, give Steven a second. I think he's trying to figure out.
I gotta tell him. I'll just tell you from the carry. You should look up careful shot.
Okay.
And yeah, stuff is gonna happen soon. Damn, we've been set up. Yeah, I actually did not see that coming.
And one second here.
I tried something entirely different from the first time we ran this, so I'm going straight into the action. Thank you, kind sir.
Yep. That's easier to be stayed over there. Okay. I'm going to set the timer. So wait, where before we start, where was Maggot? She jumped off.
Maggot was in the safe.
In
And
safe too.
she's going to be meeting him at the rendezvous.
And don't forget, so Steven, so you get an idea. It's a bank safe, so it's it's reinforced steel. I don't know how thick a bank safe wall is, but it's not easily destroyed. Yeah.
All right, but the vault door is open. These guys are crashed into a wall of smash dogs.
No, the vault door is closed. She went through the keyhole. Remember, she's tiny.
Oh, that's right.
All right, I'm ready to go when you guys are. I already have an idea of what I want to try.
And also, Steven, just so you're aware that the 15-minute alarm went off and probably a couple of minutes has gone by, 2 or 3 minutes.
Okay. All right. Begin scene. Set my alarm for 30 minutes.
All right, so
For 12:09 a.m.
after hearing that on the radio about us being betrayed or whatever have you, I say that what I said earlier to Ken is like, did you hear that? And as I'm saying that to him, I start reversing the motorcycle back down to the hallway so that we'll be in view of Bennett. And I look over to her and I say, did you hear that?
To Bennett?
Yeah.
When you reverse the bike, you see that Bennett's... Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh, wait. Oh, sorry. You're playing Bennett. Never mind.
I said, you see Bennett's leaning over the table with his cell phone. With her cell phone out, and she's like, "Yeah, you see, look, she's a real cornball. Yeah, look at this. No, look." So as you turn, you see that Bennett is actually like having a conversation with the security guard.
And you see Crazy Rider does this exact like, Bennett, we have a job right now that is going through it's going to Ish. We got to get out of here.
You won't believe this, but look, you know what he told me? He said there's no money in here.
I said, hop on the back. We got to go. Like, there's obviously room on my bike for a third person to sit behind me. And I said, didn't you hear the radio signal? Maggot and Dr. Destroyer betrayed us. We're the fall guys.
Oh, I shut that thing off because, I needed to show him, pictures. Maggot, she's a jerk. You know how Maggot is.
We've been set up. Get on the back. We got to go.
She goes to try to get on the bike.
All right. You guys know that the radio has gone silent now.
Oh,
you don't hear any more talking between, Dr. Destroyer and Maggot. But what you do hear is the alarm is, it's now started, starting to foot there. You can see like there's a couple that are just flashing red down a hall, but you hear the front door where there is that what do you call it? Revolving door. The revolving door there is, you can hear like someone's playing with it, and then there's like knocking on the glass.
Okay.
There's a guy in a suit, like a fedora, some very thick framed black glasses.
Do we recognize him?
And he's going there. You do not recognize this fellow.
I say, he must be a Fed. We gotta go. And essentially,
through the sewers, your bike can make it through there, right?
No. I say I got a different plan in mind, and I turn the bike to be aiming towards wherever's the closest wall to the outside. Like, I'm assuming there's a wall that'll lead to the outside, and I essentially want to Kool-Aid Man it through the wall to get us outside. But it's your call as to if there's a wall viable for that.
Are there cameras leading towards the door? Like if
there are some. And this guy's just knocking on the door. He's like, "Hello, is anybody in there?" And this is at night. There should be no one trying to get in the bed. But the guy like, "Hello, I'm looking for some villains."
You see Bennett like slowly get off the bike, and she's like, "Are you expecting anybody?" To the security guard. He sort of looks a little like DMC and Elvis Costello if they had like a love child.
He just cocks an eyebrow. He looks at the door.
All right, so then
who are you?
Yeah, no, I'll dissipate the bike after we see this gentleman's like basically looking for us, and I say, Bennett, you're good at talking to people. Go see what this guy wants, but we got to make it quick. And then I go and I motion to Quinn. I was like, we should get ready to hop in there if need to be. And I like walk towards where the sewer hole is.
All right, Bennett's gonna take her shirt and go like over her face like this, and slowly.
She got a motorcycle helmet.
Oh, she does have a motorcycle helmet.
Yeah, with the skull. And...
Oh, so she's gonna close the helmet and she's gonna walk to and she's gonna try to do her best man voice. Yeah, what do you want? Who are you looking for?
All right. Yeah,
Me, an overly masculine man, not a female.
He's got his little pad of paper right there. He's like, yes, my name is and he
hurry up.
And he like presses against the glass. And he slides the little business card right through the glass, and he adjusts his glasses. And
I take the
it says,
card.
Burt Manley, journalist for Villain Elite magazine.
Oh, I heard of this magazine.
He said, yes.
I turn around and go, it's a journalist for Villains Elite magazine. But halfway through, I go back to my normal voice. Like, it's a journalist for Villains Elite magazine.
All right, I'm going to give a GM intrusion to everybody for a group.
Sure.
I will not decline it.
Steven, did I have any XP?
Yeah, you did. You got one.
Just one.
You
Okay.
got one.
All right. So I got 2 now.
I will definitely
No,
accept this GM intrusion.
So, coming up from the sewers while you guys are distracted by this guy is you hear this loud buzzing. Like millions and millions and millions of flies.
Do we recognize the sound as someone's power or something?
This is one of Maggot's powers, is to summon swarms of flies upon her enemies.
I look at Kin. I say, "She done did it. We gotta go." And I like tilt my head towards the glass doors where they're talking. I said, "Let's bolt."
And so right now they are buzzing. The flies are over everything. This this dark bank has become even darker. This is like a choking cloud of flies all around you. Crawling through your hair, through your suit, all over you, and
I'm currently in front of these glass doors, right?
Right. So this swarm is coming up behind you.
Can I rip the door? Can I rip these glass doors out and just throw them to the side?
Yeah, you could do that. Probably give me a roll.
All right. So I got 2 strength power shifts. I got
And training.
and training. So that's drops it down by 3. And can I add no? I'll add a level effort to the damage. Can I do that?
Sure.
All right. So okay. All right. I got 11, and there's 3 steps.
All right. You ripped this revolving door right out of its hinges in front of Burt Manley. And he's quick, and he's like fumbling with his cell phone, just trying to get a couple pictures as you are ripping this thing out. And where are you throwing this?
Oh, I'm throwing it behind me because we already set the precedent that we're a bubbling team. So I'm not even. I'm literally ripping it and like flinging it behind.
And you two are going for the door.
Yes, I mean I am. I told Kin let's bolt, and I started running.
You're used to dodging. You guys are so used to dodging stuff from Moira that when she wheels and just kind of throws it in back, you guys duck
Instinctually.
and it flies, and this thing smashes through. Somebody want to roll for this old man?
I'll roll. I got 11.
All right. The old man, when he sees this happening, just jumps and rolls total elite cop style for probably the first time in his life as this thing goes through that swarm and it plugs up the hole to the sewer. And a gaping hole into the street right now. Now, all this loud noise, there's like a large crack forming up the wall now from the sheer force of pulling that revolving door out of its hinges. Because that's what a revolving door has. And Burt Manley's like took pictures, and he's like gawking, like his mouth just opens, he's like I can see I came to the right place, man. And it's just like and he's just looking at you guys like, what are you guys gonna do?
I'm still running. I'm done.
I just came here for an interview. I heard you guys are going to be here. I came here for an interview.
I look at Ryder. I'd be like, some of the bike, we need to roll.
Let's take him with us.
Yeah,
And,
exactly.
I'm still talking in my manly voice.
And I activate my cipher, Hunter's Quarry or Hunter's Intuition. So it says even if Quarry has evaded you, you know enough about them and you know where they will go. You know the general direction or location that your quarry is traveling toward or has arrived at. How much information you know is at the GM's discretion. And we're going after Maggot.
Okay. You go ahead and use that. And yes, you heard about the rendezvous, and you know all of Maggot's hideouts. Now, what would be closest here that you're quickly figuring out is there is an abandoned subway station that is about 3 blocks from here that you could access through a manhole that's over on 15th and Main. That's where you got to go. But that happens to also be where you're hearing sirens coming from now.
Oh.
Do we all fit on the bike we took this guy with us, right? The reporter?
Yes. So what I was going to do is, once we're all outside and, there's that chaos going on inside, I summon the bike. I say, hop on. And then whoever wants to hop on the back, I guess Bennett again will hop on right behind me. And they can both squeeze into the sidecar. Like maybe Manly will be on the, Kid's lap or something like that. I don't know how big you want the sidecar to be. But then as we're driving off,
usually sidecars only hold one.
Yeah, one person. Yeah, so it'll be in Kid's
squeezed in.
sitting in Kid's lap, basically. But I say to Kid, did you say to us that you the whereabouts of these guys?
Yeah.
So I said, and then you point in the direction and tell us, and we know the hideouts too, I guess.
Then I just interface. I'll use my interface and interface with your bike if you don't mind, and it'll give you the GPS directions.
Yeah, you could definitely. I mean, I'll allow it. It's up to Steven if that's okay. But what I say is, it looks like I say this again. It looks like the fuzz is over by those abandoned subways, though. Maybe Mr. Manley here knows a secret place where we could talk and see how did he find out we were here? There's a lot of questions to ask here.
Yes. There's another way. He says. He just kind of point. He's just pointing like, go down this alley. And you see the cops are coming. They're starting to form a blockade around there, and you go down this alley, and there is he says, okay. And he's just pointing different ways. You guys zip in that alley through trash bins. You cut off, and you cut off some police officers. You're going, but it looks like no matter where he leads you, you're boxed in.
I go, stop. I said, you're going to like this. This is some real cool super villain stuff. Once again, I'm extremely manly, and I'm doing some manly super villain stuff.
The bike comes to a screeching halt. So what you got for us, Bennett?
I'm going to hop off the bike, and I'm going to throw my cipher at the cops. I have a boomer cipher that causes deafness and blindness for 1 round per cipher level.
It's basically a flashbang.
Mm-hmm.
So I pull out this what looks like we're gonna say like a canister, and I crack open the top, and it starts sparking like a flare gun, and I throw it at the cops.
All right, roll.
Does
that one require a roll?
Yeah, this is a speed task, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
For throwing it.
Sounds about right.
So I have no edge. I'm gonna use effort on my speed task for the throw.
Okay.
Apply 1 level of effort. So let me subtract that from my pool. I rolled a 1.
Yo, I'll give you 1 EXP to reroll that.
Okay, I'll take that.
We're still gonna have a GM intrusion off of that.
And I rolled a 3. damn big D20.
It might be time to
Stop
switch that
using
die.
it.
I think you rolled a 3, a 1, and a 3. So far.
These aren't real dice, dude. They're just counters. They're not weighted at all. They're just big lumps.
I chose it because I know it was gonna make the dice sound. When
All right. Here's what happened. You flip it. It's just sparkling. It's going out, and you're like, you look over at Mr. Manley and you say, "Watch this." You throw this, and it performs much different than you expected. You were just like, you know what? We're just gonna. You're thinking that we're gonna crash through this wall of cops. They're gonna be blinded, deafened. But the canister rolls underneath one of their police cars, where it explodes, igniting the gas tank. Cop car goes flying up into the air, Blues Brothers style. Blows apart. It's raining fire and mayhem. Windows have shattered on the buildings around. And this car lands on top of the other police car that was cutting you off. And these cops have hit the deck.
All right, so Bennett, hop back on. We gotta go. We got the opening.
I turn around and go, "What did I tell you? Real villain stuff." As I hop back on the bike.
And I zoom
But now
through
there's a
the
wall
opening.
of flame that you have to get through.
I still zoom through it. Do we ever roll like to not get burned?
I think we're gonna. Yeah, we're gonna roll, and what you're gonna do is people are gonna get singed if you don't do this correctly.
Oh, so it's just me rolling for this?
Yeah,
You're
riding the
the guy driving.
Yeah.
Works for me. All right, so again, I'm trained at driving stuff, and I'm gonna use effort for this too. Actually, I'm gonna use 2 points of effort. So it drops my effort down by 4, or excuse me, my speed by 4. So it's now being eased by 3 steps.
Okay.
And I rolled a 16.
You roll a 16. All right. Do you want to describe how you get through this flames and have reach and everyone's safe?
So I say, get ready, guys. And as we're zooming by, right, I'm wearing this like long duster. So as we're like getting ready to pass by this wall of flame, I see that we have to get by it. I kind of extend my duster, and it's actually a lot wider than it actually looks when I'm just walking around. Maybe we say there's like a stitching or something on it that can actually make it extend. And I basically cover the guys next to me with the leather, and I zoom by so they're actually protected from the flames as we go by. And then after we go by the flames, like I kind of zip it back in, and we keep going.
All right. So, yeah, you're going, and you start trying to take, weaving in the streets. You have, like, a couple cop cars still chasing you and trying to find a way to get over this manhole to take care of, either get your pound of flesh or get your money. And these cops in the cars, they actually start opening fire on you. You're hearing on your own scanner, they're saying, cops are down, officer down, call an ambulance. They're saying, there's fire on 13th Street. There's a fire on 13th Street.
So essentially, I just want to, if you guys are okay with it, just try to lose the cops and go as fast as we can and cut down a random corner or whatever have you and try to evade them.
Sure.
While all this is going on, I was gonna say I'm talking to the reporter like, "Yo, you writing all this down? This is some good villain stuff."
And
just to see what his opinion is of you right now, I'll let you do your do a roll for this.
What is it? Intellect.
Intellect, and you can use pleasant social interaction on that.
Oh yeah, okay.
We talking this guy for you and your cadre here.
I got a 17 on the roll.
Okay, you're impressing this guy a whole bunch. He's writing all this down. He's making notes for his entire article as you guys are zooming down the street here.
So essentially what... Oh, go on.
So for your... I'm going to say this is going to be... And other people can do other actions for this. For doing a chase here, I'm going to say the cops are, level 3.
Oh, go on. Sorry.
I was going to just say, as to assist him, if there are any cops, if they get remotely close, whatever, I'm just shooting
Blow
their
the tires.
out.
I was just going to say that too.
I'm going to shoot their tires out, or since it's flechette rounds, they can pepper their engine block, stuff like that, just to,
Essentially, as we're going to start evading the cops, I say, Bennett, Kim, light them up. and I start zooming, and you guys can like
All
shoot
right,
through cars or
have-
whatever have you.
I have an ability that says special abilities that influence the minds of others. Can I use that to give Mac an asset? Like I'm gonna be like, you just like Evil Knievel.
I think that means like if you have mind reading or mental attacks.
Oh, okay. All right, so
those
then
kinds of special abilities.
so I'll take pot shots at the cops as well.
Okay, so who wants to go first? I'm going to say we need at least, if it's 3 failures, if we get to 3 failures before 3 successes, then you guys fail.
Okay.
So who wants to go first?
I'll let you guys go first. Essentially, I want them to be taking their shots before I start to zoom off to try to impair the cops before we try to make that getaway.
Okay.
Dean, you want to go first?
Okay, sure. You said 3, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so that means it's automatically a 2 because I'm using my flechette gun. I won't put any effort in. So my first roll is a 9.
9. All right.
Which is
Your flechette round fires right through the police's grill, and you can just see like the smoke and pops the hood right off their police car. And these guys spin out, almost hitting, and the other cops barely dodge them, and they're keeping up as you guys are kind of whipped around like like a hero's cape. You're just being whipped around as this guy's driving down these mean streets of Centropolis. All right, so Anthony, go ahead.
All right, I pull out my gun. I didn't remember how you said my gun looked.
It's a Magnum.
Yeah, I pull it out and then I cock back the gun, and I'm using my onslaught ability at one of the cops.
Okay.
So I'll take I have an edge in intellect, I believe. Yep. So does it cost me anything? And I rolled a 15.
All right, you take out that tire, and so it's going to be 2. That's 2 successes. So this should be pretty simple. So what I'm going to do is, AA, what are you doing?
Oh, so essentially now that I've seen they're like slowing down the cops, I want to zoom to find an alley where I can basically kind of lose their attention because they're essentially, I'm assuming these cops will be looking for a motorcycle. So I want to go into an alley where they can't see us and dissipate it, and then we can hide somewhere or run somewhere. So basically I'm trying to find a suitable alley to do this.
Okay. Okay, yeah, go ahead and roll.
Is trained in driving count for this?
Yeah,
And
so
then
that means that brings it down to difficulty 2.
And I'm going to use 1 effort for it.
All right, roll 3 or above.
And let me drop my speed here because I got that 2 edge. And let me roll my dice. I rolled a 9.
You rolled a 9?
Yes.
Perfect. All right, and I'm going to give you an intrusion.
I'll take it.
All right, so you're giving the XP to.
I will give my XP to Bennett for so skillfully shooting the tire of that car.
Oh, nice.
Okay, so here's what happens. Sure enough, you guys lose it. So Bennett shot out the tire of the other car. That one rolls and flips, and you see that one of the cops flies out of the passenger side window as you're turning down this alley. And here's what you see, Bennett, as this car is doing this. Like you're bragging to the reporter, going, "Hey, Mr. Manley, see what I did there? See what I did there?" And as that cop flies out the window, you see like sparks, you see flashes, you see armor starting to fly from the trunk of the broken car and form on him, shielding him from before he was about to smack into the concrete. And he opens up as he's flying, and you recognize it as Captain Blast. One of the cops that was in here, and he skims the ground, opens up with just this beam of fire from his hand, launch at you. So I want you to, but goes over your head. And AA, I want you to roll a
Speed defense?
speed defense.
Alright, so I'm trained at speed defense without armor. And I'm going to use a level of effort to try to dodge this because I don't want to get hit with a laser beam. So drop my speed again by 1 point because of those 2 edges. And yeah, let's see what I get. I rolled a 13.
Roll 13. How much?
And it's eased by 2, so I guess it would be like a 19.
13. All right. Anyway, this laser beam from his hand is taking bricks out of the wall. The bricks and the rubble is just raining down on you, and you manage to barely, as it's getting closer and closer to your head, you skip out of that alley and you just whip it around, and now you guys are going down 15th Street towards Maine.
Right.
So you know the manhole is coming up any second now. With this guy flying right behind you.
So I try to, again, I'm still looking for the alley where we could duck away and be out of sight from this guy because I'm assuming we got a good enough lead on him now that he's not in his vehicle. But I don't know Captain Blast's speed capabilities. I don't know if he's going to fly at us or whatever have you. So I'm still zooming it again to try to find a suitable place for us to, so I can dissipate the vehicle.
All right. Well, you guys did. You did manage to get away and zip down that fast enough. I'll say you made it into not an abandoned, but a dark parking garage.
All right, awesome. So as soon as we turn into the dark,
you see Captain Blast. Yeah, he's got the firepower, but he's not all right here.
Is Captain Blast like a known hero that we would know?
Yeah, he is a known hero. You had no idea that he was a cop unless they had him cuffed in the back seat. You have no idea. But he, he's out there standing in the street.
Can I waste 2
manhole, you got to go down, and you see like one arm isn't armored, the other one's armored, and he's just like flat. He's like just hitting the console on his arm. Like, where's the right arm?
Can I waste 2 XP for a player intrusion?
Yeah, go ahead.
Can I say that Captain Blast is actually Dean's older brother?
kind of makes sense.
All right, do it.
They have similar power. They both have the half armor.
Better yet.
Well, I'm a cyborg.
You were the next step. He put on armor. You became the armor.
Yeah, we went 2 different routes. Even better. Yeah. Is he my twin brother or just my brother?
He's your older brother.
Your twin brother.
No, he's my older brother.
Because that's why you got the better gear. Because they first experimented on him and then perfected it on you. All right, I'm gonna subtract that from my point.
All right. Anyway, he's just kind of muttering and cursing below his breath that I lost the bad guys again. Damn it!
When we're in this parking garage, is there like a terminal or anything that I could hack into? That I could interface with?
There is the security guard is gone for the night. But so they got like the little office that has a small, really old computer there.
I'm gonna see if I can link in and see if I can link into the city's camera system.
While he's doing that, can I make a recovery roll?
Of course, yeah. All right.
I'm gonna do this.
I got a 4, so I got 5 points.
I'm gonna do the same thing. I see him.
Difficulty 5.
Okay.
Hacking with that.
Steven, I got 5 points, so I'm putting it all back in speed because my speed was at 5, so now it's at 10.
All right,
and I rolled a 6 with my recovery, so I recover 7, and the only thing I've lost is speed, so it's all going into speed.
Okay.
That's not gonna do it. I only rolled a 3.
Okay. Yeah, this piece of junk just sparks and lights on fire in front of you when you try interfacing with it.
I'm like crouched. I'm like, I see the fire. I'm like, Ken, we're supposed to be keeping it low.
I put the fire out. I'm like, and I was like, look, you guys follow me and be as quiet as damn possible.
Anyways, And what you guys see is you see the lid of the manhole move. You see it lifts up, moves over, and then it moves back again and clicks back into place.
We all see this?
You all see this.
I say Maggot must have made her way in. She's tiny. We probably couldn't see her from here.
Yeah. So stealthily, since that's my forte, I'm going to move towards the manhole cover.
I'm gonna guard away from the manhole cover, guard to make sure that the cops are not coming. So I'm actually I guess I'll be the point lookout while all this is going on.
Okay.
Because we were being chased by the cops, so I just want to make sure that they're not following us.
And I want to talk to Manly, but I heard the alarm, so
The alarm has gone off. So if there's
that
anything you want to say to Manly right now, we can finish that up.
no, I just say to Manly, you got some questions that excuse me, you have some answers to questions I have, and I look kind of menacing at him, and I'll let you decide what you ask because you're taking over.
All right, guys, we're gonna take a quick 10-minute break, and we'll come back and continue this. And Al is taking over the third spot.
Yep. And Steven will be taking over Crazy Writer.
Yes, we'll be back in 10 minutes, guys. We're gonna probably get something to drink, and then we'll move on to the next session. We'll see you in a few minutes.
Yep. So from us at the CU, we will see you in a little while.
Bye.